Jason Tatum, because Kyrie has to go against Marcus Smart as one of the primary defenders.
Okay. Mark Jones,
Check
Jeff
us
Van
out.
Gundy, and Malika Andrews have you now.
Nobody move, nobody get.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. Lady Liberty piercing the skyline on a beautiful sunset looking at Staten Island. Meanwhile, across the way in Brooklyn, the home of many NBA greats, Connie Hawkins, Bernard King, Melo, Chris Mullin, and many more. It's Brooklyn taking on the Boston Celtics. You know what? He's not from Brooklyn. He was born in Australia. Grew up across the river in New Jersey, but Brooklynites claiming Kyrie as one of their own. And why not? Tonight, he faces Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics, who have righted the ship in the month of April and heading the right way right now as the regular season winds down. Marcus Smart back and doing his thing for Boston as well, as we take a look at the regular season standings. Boston in 6th place, but the big story up top, Brooklyn, with a win tonight, would overtake Philadelphia by half a game for first place in the Eastern Conference. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Jeff Van Gundy, Malika Andrews. She's in Brooklyn joining us in just a moment. Well, this year for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving has been an unrelenting and unyielding scorer. And his efficiency, Jeff, has him flirting with that mythical 50-40-90 club. And as we take a look at our golden moment brought to you by McDonald's, Kyrie has been everything that head coach Steve Nash thought, and then some.
Unguardable. His play has been hypnotic and enthralling. Look at that change of pace, change of direction, and then he always finishes so very well with his left hand. And if you bring multiple guys to him, he'll hurt you with the pass. Here, Bruce Brown cuts into the middle. That's where he's at his best, and he finishes a nice little jump hook. But it's the individual offensive ball handling and finishing ability that separates him. An elite shooter, but absolutely terrific finisher. You look at the numbers he's put up against his former teammates. 38.5 points on 64% shooting. What a 2 games he's had against Boston.
Yeah, saving his best for his former team. Certainly has Brad Stevens' attention across the way. Meanwhile, speaking of Brad Stevens and the Boston Celtics, they seem to have finally found an identity here late in the season. They're 8-2 in the month of April, and coming off perhaps their best win of the season against Phoenix. Jason Tatum, Jeff, leading the way.
Well, he's been their foundation. He's been rock solid. His handle's improved, his passing has improved, and his strength, you'll see here on this play, his upper body strength to discard Nurkic, a starting center in our league, and be able to finish with force. But it's his length and his shooting ability and taking better quality three-point shots that's led him to having such an efficient year. Those numbers right there, that's a big-time player playing very, very well at the right time of the year.
On track to become All-NBA again this season. And boy, when you talk about the health of these respective clubs, Malika Andrews, the training room has been very busy for Brooklyn and Boston.
Yes, it has, Mark. It has been very busy. But let's talk about 2 of the big names that are missing tonight. First, let's start with Brooklyn. Kevin Durant is out once again as he continues to deal with that thigh contusion. Part of the reason that he remains out is that he has yet to get in the gym to do some 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. Steve Nash was telling me, in part because this is a team that is still dealing with health and safety protocols around several other players, not Kevin Durant, but that has impacted his ability to get in the gym. And then on Boston's side, Jaylen Brown, he is out tonight dealing with that shoulder bursitis. Now, Brad Stevens said that it is not necessarily severe, but it is painful, and he doesn't quite have full range of motion. I saw him go out, warm up a little bit. He did look like he was lumbering just a bit, but it is considered day-to-day at this point, Mark.
Well, Jaylen Brown, certainly a huge part of Boston's success this year. The Boston Celtics trying to prevent from being swept 0-3 against Brooklyn. When we come back for the opening tip, stick around.
NBA Courtside is presented by McDonald's.
We've seen how far this game can go, so we take it and run.
Making moves like nobody.
For everybody.
We don't move within the lines.
We move beyond them. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
It's time to hit refresh, to be buttoned up, to feel your best and look it by using Just for Men shampoo and hair color to eliminate gray in 5 easy minutes. It's time to look forward. Just for Men shampoo in color.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right, so we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max, now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us, and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch, and bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. We're not just pilots and engineers, we are pioneers. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world. We turn night into day and fly missions in space. The future's not coming, it's already here. This is the future. Join us and be the future.
Go, boy. Do they know you by name? Flinch, hearing your number. Do they dread the very sight of you on the field? They will now.
5-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
A lot can change in a month. You could meet the love of your life, and his kids, and their dog. Which is why CarMax created the Love Your Car Guarantee, with 24-hour test drives and a full 30 days to return and get your money back. The way it should be. CarMax.
The new Schick Hydro Stubble Eraser shaves long stubble comfortably. The Stubble Eraser's comb lifts and aligns longer facial hair. Enjoy less tugging and pulling. Then rinse and repeat. In 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, that's up to you. Schick Hydro.
The lasting cologne scent of Old Spice Dynasty helps get you off your couch and into the driver's seat.
10 years ago, we founded Loan Depot because we were confident we could deliver the American dream of home ownership to individuals and families across the nation. At Loan Depot, we know home means everything.
Welcome back to NBA Courtside, presented by McDonald's. The Nets and the Celtics have both had their bouts with injuries this season, but let's start with Brooklyn. Perhaps there is no team in the NBA that is more talented, at least on paper, but as Steve Nash has said, championship caliber teams have fallen in the past if for no other reason than they lack shared experience together on the court. Remember, the Nets' big three have played just 7 games together this season, and they have gone 5-2 in those games. When 2 of the big three play, Brooklyn has a record of 23-9, and when just 1 plays, they're 10-5. When none play at all, the Nets have gone 1-3. Now, to attempt to fill some of the void, the team announced today that they've signed free agent guard Mike James to a 10-day contract. He's played in Europe, but he also comes to Brooklyn with some NBA experience under his belt. He appeared in 36 games for Phoenix and New Orleans in the 2017-2018 season. And fun fact, Steve Nash said that before the game, he hadn't had a chance to even meet James until this evening in Barclays Center. But like I mentioned at the top, this isn't just the Nets dealing with this roster shuffle. The Celtics have only had their big 4, if you will, of Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart available for a total of 17 games. When all of those guys play, they have a record of 9-8, and head coach Brad Stevens told me that really, they haven't even had a chance to truly build camaraderie as a group. He said he's hopeful that over their next 14 games, the Celtics will get back to having a fully healthy roster. But to some complement their absences, to supplement them, they recently signed Jabari Parker for some offensive punch. Parker was the number 2 pick in 2014, and later that year, he tore his ACL. He worked his way all the way back, but then he tore it again in February of 2017. He signed with the Celtics this April. It's the 6th team that Parker has played for, and he said that his prior relationship with Danny Ainge aided that. We will have starting lineups and tip-off next.
So vicious, going hard when I'm in it, 101, authentic, I don't see no competition, yeah.
Oh, Jason Tatum!
Irving!
Oh, the English!
No limit, yeah. Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat 3-topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Riding a bike should be a really fun experience. We make low-maintenance bicycles for everyday riders. We were coming off a great year, and when the pandemic hit, it just stopped. We really had to think creatively. Teams allowed us to do what we call virtual visits.
Hey, is that TK?
Hi, how are you?
We're able to see 2- or 3-fold the amount of customers from all over the world. Without Teams, there's no way this would have been possible. And I really think it's going to set a standard for retail moving forward.
We've seen how far this game can go, so we take it and run.
Making moves like nobody.
For everybody.
We don't move within the lines.
We move beyond them. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
A lot can change in a month. You could meet the love of your life and his kids and their dog, which is why CarMax created the Love Your Car Guarantee with 24-hour test drives and a full 30 days to return and get your money back. The way it should be. CarMax.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat 3-topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Where else can Brown turn opponents green with energy? Where else can an MVP cause a whole lot of OMG?
Oh my goodness, wow!
Where else can the Euro,
Doncic, the Euro step,
always be a step ahead?
scores it in the lane.
And where else can one team speak for an entire nation?
All the right in Clipper Nation.
Free, free, free.
That's right. TurboTax Free Edition is free. Free, 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 free.
Try Bush's sweet heat baked beans with that pop of jalapeno heat. And boom! Your regular old Thursday night is a jalapeno night. Bush's makes any night beautiful.
And spicy.
Feeling fat and out of shape? Lean Fire from Force Factor can help. Lose up to 16 pounds in just your first few months. Melt fat, increase energy, reduce cravings, and more with Lean Fire. Even trusted by celebrities for their fitness routines. Rush to Walmart today for Lean Fire.
Guys, it's time to step up your game. Force Factor's Alpha King boosts total testosterone for more lean muscle, more energy, and more passion and drive so you can rule the bedroom. Rush to Walmart for Alpha King from the #1 fastest growing men's health brand in America.
The regular season is winding down. Anything could happen any moment.
I'm finding everybody. Got a caught in the middle of the hood. I'm flying everybody.
Kyrie does his thing that truly saves us.
Oh, Kyrie Irving is feeling it.
Okay, Kai. Kyrie 1 of 3. He will go without KD and James Harden.
We just all want reps together. But if we're not able to get that, then we'll have to figure it out.
I wouldn't give a damn if he ran him over whole bean. I still want to knowledge.
Jason Tatum, let's talk about him. This guy is at a different level right now with his game and confidence.
Tatum has it, turns. A two-pointer, it's good.
The Celtics are feeling it, folks.
They've clearly righted their ship.
Just stand together. I think that's what we've done really well.
Well, the Nets in a battle for that first place position.
You know, maintain a focus and a goal before we do head into the playoffs.
It's go time. You know, every game is super important right now.
Welcome everyone to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. From Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Brooklyn back home after playing 5 of the last 6 on the road tonight, hosting the Boston Celtics. And Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, the rest of the crew in town to try and improve their standings in the Eastern Conference. Kyrie Irving.
Haushalten mit den Kräften. Erster schöner Slam-Dunk von DeAndre Jordan, eingesetzt von Kyrie. Es ist schwierig und es sind nur noch ein paar Wochen, bis die Playoffs losgehen. Und natürlich versuchst du dann auf dem Punkt eben fit zu sein. Also man kann es irgendwo verstehen für die Fans, die ja auch dann wieder teilweise in der Halle sind, auch wenn man das hier recht schlecht sieht im Barclays Center. Ist es natürlich bitter, wenn du dir halt dann mit Family wahrscheinlich dann einen schönen Abend machen willst und dann spielen irgendwie 2 der 3 Superstars nicht. Das ist natürlich auch frustrierend und auch davon lebt die NBA ein bisschen. Also das ist alles ein Spannungsfeld, das vielleicht in der nächsten Saison, wenn es dann wieder ein bisschen entzerrt wird, vielleicht alles zumindest wieder ein bisschen smoother abläuft, muss man sagen.
Ja, gleichzeitig ist es aber auch so, dass natürlich die Teams, Jason Tatum mit seinem ersten Dreier, sie spielen ja für was. Wir haben die Tabelle vorhin gesehen. Auf der einen Seite, Boston will unbedingt verhindern, das Play-in-Tournament reinzufallen. Brooklyn spielt um den ersten Platz, also Heimvorteil dann theoretisch bis in die Finals. Und es ist mir momentan einfach der Umstand, dass diese Saison wahrscheinlich die schwerste ist, die sie jemals in der NBA gespielt haben, was die Belastung für die Spieler angeht. Und da musst du einfach clever sein. Es bringt ja keinem was, wenn sich einer deiner wirklich Hauptprotagonisten jetzt längerfristig verletzt am Ende der regulären Saison und dir in den Playoffs fehlt.
Tatum, zweiter Dreier. Schon in starker Anfangsform hier in dieser Partie. 9:2, die Boston Celtics mit einem Blitzstart gegen Brooklyn. Gerade eben Thompson mit der starken Defensivaktion bei den Celtics am eigenen Korb mit dem Block. Kyrie geht zur Arbeit. Wahnsinnig schwer. Mit Foul. Und das ist halt Kyrie Irving. Er ist nicht vom Ball zu trennen, aber dann eben auch auf dem Weg zum Korb. Diese Körperspannung, diese Körperstabilität, dieser Abschluss. Super akrobatisch. Schaut es euch nochmal an.
Ja, nimmt er die Kontakte auf von Angela. Er kriegt auch wahrscheinlich von hinten von Tatum noch so ein bisschen was mit. Und Irving ist einfach verrückt dieses Jahr. Ne? Also wir erinnern uns, eigentlich war das Narrativ bei ihm, ja, der war jetzt lange mal nicht dabei und irgendwie ist im Basketball so doch das, was ihm das wirklich umtreibt, oder hat er andere Interessen mittlerweile. Aber wenn er dabei war, er ist einfach immer noch einer der besten Scorer, die wir da haben auf der Point Guard Position. Hat unglaubliches Handle. Gut, hier spielt er gerade nicht unglaubliche Defense, zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Und wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Und auch wie Kyrie Irving. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Und auch wie Kyrie Irving. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Und auch wie Kyrie Irving. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Und auch wie Kyrie Irving. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut, aber war ja okay. Wenn wir darüber sprechen, dass natürlich so viele Spieler auf beiden Seiten fehlen. Boston, die Defense zumindest nicht unglaublich gut.
Hätten so wenige erwartet. Thompson geblockt von DeAndre Jordan. Das war vielleicht ein bisschen sehr optimistisch. Nochmal geblockt.
Ja, das war schon an der Grenze zu Shaq in the Fool, Tristan Thompson.